Percentages, actual quantities, numbers. Some people think in percent. Some are thinking absolute quantities. What's the difference? Does it matter? I mean, you may think that in terms of percent, that's important because it's the same for everybody, right? No. So for a per person, you know, a small percent of something, right? Maybe 5%, 10% of their income. For a rich person, a small percent, maybe 1% of their income or 0.5% of their income. So the threshold of what's important or not, significant, worthwhile to discuss whether you spend the money, has a different percentage rating when percent is supposed to be the equalizer. So is it absolute quantity? That's obviously not true as well. For a poor person, $100 may be a lot. For a rich person, that's nothing, right? So what is it about numbers that you could sort of translate across people and their values and their wealth and all this stuff? I think about this in terms of stocks. So oftentimes things are too trivial people worry about, like commission fees. They're so low, who cares? Well, if your stock's like $1, a commission of 50 cents is quite a bit of money. But if your stock is $1,000, then who cares about 50 cents? I have Netflix, for example. If I sell a call option on it, it's just a trivial amount of money, right? People buy and sell those things like the last day for nothing. But it's not. It's the hundreds of dollars. The percentage is very, very low compared to how much Netflix is. So, and an option is sold at 100, unit increments. So it's 100 Netflix and 1,000. That's $100,000. That's a few $100. That's not even a percent. But it's not nothing, right? Even if you had a lot of money, wouldn't you pick up a few $100 on the side of the road if you found it? It was free. But yeah, it's because you're thinking in large terms that you think it's nothing. How does that jive? Because you think about people like the Walton family. Like Bill Clinton was famously thrifty. He would look at sales and scold his family for buying things when you could get it for cheaper a little bit, like toilet paper, which doesn't cost that much, except during a pandemic, right? So how do you make those things make sense? He has all this money, and he's cared about little money. Or does it make sense? Or does it need to make sense, right? So I think the idea is that you just can't have a measure, and whether it's quantitative in terms of absolute values or it's, sort of qualitative in terms of percentages, about comparing things amongst different people. They just think differently. There's no way about it. You can't say for all people of this income, this percentage doesn't matter. It does for some of them, and for some it doesn't. And it's not even dependent on your income. It's just depend on the person. So for me, yeah, why not? Let's still a cover call. There's only a few hours left today. Netflix makes some money. Why not? Right? Because it's not worth my time. Some people say, sure, it's not worth their time. It's worth my time.